Hello, good afternoon, wonderful people. Good afternoon to you all. I hope you're doing great. Today we're here to discuss the US visa backlogs. We're going to be focusing on the non immigrant type of visas. There is an incredible backlog, and wait times are insane. So, we're going to be taking a look at that. So, let me begin by saying that you if you want to come to the US, you need to either apply for an immigrant visa or a non-immigrant visa. An immigrant visa means that you're relocating to the US permanently, right? You're packing your stuff, leaving your home country, and moving to the US to become a lawful permanent resident. A non-immigrant type of visa simply means that you are just coming here temporarily for a finite period of time, and then you're leaving, and you do not intend to abandon your residence. That's your established residence, or where you call your home. You're just here temporarily for a purpose. That's the non-immigrant visa. Means you're not immigrating to the United States. So today we're going to be looking at the numbers for the non-immigrant visas. In order to apply for a non-immigrant visa, as part of the application process, you fill out your form, you pay your fees, your DS 160, you pay your fees, and then you are scheduled for an interview. Now, currently scheduling times are insane. So, for example, if you're based in Ghana, Accra, you have to wait almost 3 years in order to get scheduled for a non-immigrant visa type of interview. The wait times are almost 1,000 days currently. Okay, almost 1,000 days currently. So this is what we're going to be looking at. I pulled up some numbers, and it's incredible. Some of the countries with a lot of people, and we'll be looking at the wait times for some of these various countries like China, India, Mexico, or Mexico, Beijing, yeah, that's China, and then Nigeria, Cameroon, Kenya. So stick with me. Let me share my screen, and we'll jump right to it. Okay, into it. Alrighty, and then in the next video, I'll be showing you how to sort of avoid having to wait for such a long period of time just to go for an interview in order to come to the US. So basic advice, preliminary advice, you need to plan in advance if you want to travel. Early visa application is important. Advanced travel planning also important. You don't wait until you're having a wedding in 5 months, and then you now want your mom to come and you're trying to file an application for her. She may not make it because having a wedding is not part of the emergency things that they can expedite. So bear in mind that these wait times, they are for regular processing. If you want to expedite your appointment, it has to be based on an emergency such as death, or coming for a funeral, or a life or death emergency. I will be going through that hopefully if we have time. Okay. So if you plan to travel for a non-immigrant visa to come to the US as a temporary visitor, you need to review the current wait time. And we are going to use this tool. Okay, so I just pulled up for Kenya, Nairobi. The current wait time for Kenya, Nairobi is 639 calendar days. That's one of the highest I saw. Hold on, now let me go. I'm going to be, we're going to be taking a look at some of the other really crazy numbers. So 1 second, let me see if I have everything. Yes, I do. Alrighty, so let's do this. Now we're going to be entering some of the cities with, so China, for example, of course, we know, I'm sorry, no, we have to do Beijing. Yes, we have some of the bigger numbers from these places, but it's interesting. China is a very big country with a lot of people, but you just wait 2 days in order to schedule a visitor's visa. I have no idea why. And countries like Ghana with Accra, we're waiting almost 1,000 days from today to schedule a visitor's visa. It's very it's very interesting. Okay, now let's do India. So with India, I believe it's in New Delhi. Okay, there you go. Now with New Delhi, what are the wait times? Okay, no. Oh, so just 87. We have just 87 calendar days that you wait if you're going for visitor's visa. If you're a student and you're in India, you'll just wait 28 days. All other non-immigrant visas, I think the numbers go up there, 236 calendar days. That's a lot. That's a lot. We're going to be focusing more on the visitors visa, okay, just so that we don't get confused. Now let me take a look again at Beijing. I didn't take a look, I didn't know notes for students and okay, it's pretty much the same thing. So students wait 2 days, all other non-immigrants too will wait 2 days. Okay, that's good. So that's a good indication. If you're trying to travel, go to China. Of course, you have to be if you're doing a third country national, you have to be regularly a resident there or probably schooling or something in order to apply. Otherwise, they'll tell you to go to your home country to apply for a visitor's visa. Now let's do Philippines, which is Manila. That's where the U.S. embassy. I made it go. Let me pull that up again. Manila. So we have 349. 349. Manila. 349. Okay, that's for the visitor's visa. Okay, so that's for Philippines. So that's the wait time for Philippines. Now let's go to Ghana, my home country, and that is actually the highest, almost 1,000 days. And that's almost about 3 years from today. So 983 calendar days. If you're applying for a student visa, 73 calendar days, appointment wait time, all other non-immigrant visas, 60 calendar days. When they talk about all other non-immigrant visas, they're talking about the K1 visa or the K visa, the V visa, and a few of the other non-immigrant type of visas. Okay, so that's for Accra. That's the highest I've seen so far. I reviewed a lot of them, but now let's look at Lagos. Let's look at Lagos for Nigeria, and we have yes, Lagos is also large. You know, the appointment wait time, you wait for a while, but it's not as bad as Accra. Now let's look at the other consulate in Nigeria, which is Abuja. Abuja also, I believe, is also quite. Oh my gosh. So we have Abuja is 850 days. Abuja is 850 days for a visitor's visa. So yeah, of course, Accra, Ghana, and Nigeria are topping the chart. Now let's look at Yaoundé. Yaoundé for Cameroon. That's for Cameroon, I believe. That's good. 57 calendar days. See, 57 days wait time to get. And then I looked up Cairo, which is Egypt, was 442 days. Kinshasa, which is Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, 700 days to get an appointment. Joburg, South Africa, Johannesburg, 60 days. And then Nairobi, which is Kenya, 639 days. Let me pull up Nairobi so you see it for yourself. Let's do this. Nairobi. 639 days. So that's quite so Accra, my goodness, I'm not sure what's happening in Accra. These numbers are actually based on I hope you guys were able to see the screen. I should have zoomed in a little bit more. I did not. Forgive me. I hope you drop me a comment if you were able to see the screen very well. Hopefully you did, but I read out the numbers. So now let's take a look at this. So the wait time. So the estimated wait time to receive an interview appointment, it can change weekly. Absolutely, it changes weekly, and it's based on two things. Number one, actual incoming workload, and then secondly, it's based on staffing, who's available, who's working, who's not, COVID ridden or has gotten COVID or something and can't come to work. So it's based on these things. And exactly. So as I was saying, you can expedite your interview dates. You usually have to make the payment first and actually get a date, which could be far off, and then you expedite and then try to push the date earlier. So some of the urgent and foreseen situations that will give you the that would allow you to successfully request an expedited interview date and get an approval for that is, if you have a funeral, and the funeral, again, it has to be of an immediate family relative, such as your mother, father, brother, sister. There's a list. I'll try to, well, I can't pull it up now, but it cannot be the funeral of your granduncle or of your cousin, right? It has to be close family member. Medical emergency or a school start date. Yes. So when it comes to school start dates, they can expedite your interview. It's certainly an urgent and unforeseen, well, is it school start date is not usually unforeseen situation, but it will allow you to, if you have this reason, then you can actually expedite your interview appointment. The process to request an expedited non-immigrant visa interview varies by location, so based on local conditions. So refer to the embassy, the website, the U.S. embassy website in your country. Okay, yeah, you'll need to provide proof of the need for an early appointment. Exactly. So if you're saying your mother is dead in the US and you need to come for her funeral, you need to provide documents to show that she's truly dead, or evidence. School start date, you need evidence that your school has really started. Okay. So in all cases, first submit the online application form, your DS-160. Absolutely, that's the form you fill. If you're doing the immigrant type of visa, it's the 260, DS-260. Non-immigrant, DS-160. You pay your application fee and then you schedule the first available interview appointment. It's only at this point that you can now request an expedited appointment, right? You move from step A to step B. You can't just jump to step B straight away. So please note that that's how to file an expedite request. If you need help with that, you're free to give us a call and we will assist you. Let me see why I did not actually put the title. I should have. Okay, right there. There you go. Now let's take a look at, there's some more. Well, yeah, there's administrative processing information. Okay, so pretty much that's it. The numbers are insane, especially for countries like Ghana, like Nigeria, if you're in Kenya, if you're in Egypt, DR Congo. We have the huge numbers there. There's a lot of wait time. Oh, I actually also did for London. London's wait time I did for Toronto as well, and the numbers were good. The numbers were good for London. Yes, just 200 calendar days of wait time, and I believe I did it for Toronto. Let's look up for Toronto. Okay. 429. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a long time. So if you're in Canada as well, you need to, but normally for Canada, if you have a Canada passport, then so I don't it's probably the third country nationals who are in Canada applying for this, because if you're a citizen of Canada, then you do not usually need a B2 visa in order to come to the US. So there's that. Okay, now let's look at Tokyo for Japan. Okay, 45 calendar days. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's almost like a month and a couple of weeks, so 6 weeks. That's not bad at all. Okay. So these calendar days also refer to every day of the week. They include the days such as weekends and days, holidays, and days that are closed. So please note that if you need to travel, please plan very early so that you can actually make it in time for your trip. Okay, so that's the end of today's video. Hopefully later I'll be doing another video on the immigrant visas and the backlog. We have currently 9.5 million immigration cases pending with USCIS. That's incredible. That's incredible. Okay, so I'll be doing the NVC immigrant visa backlogs. Those numbers have actually jumped from about 60,000 cases in 2019 to 500,000 cases currently pending at the NVC, almost 500,000 cases. It's just mind blowing. So I will do a video on that. So that I'll give you the numbers. We'll look at the actual numbers from the US government, so that you'll see what you're up against. If you're waiting, you'll know how to kind of order your steps in order to get ready, because with this type of weight you need to be very ready so that when you're called, you don't delay your process by they say, okay, go bring something else, and then it's now you join the another queue and you now have to wait. So you have to be ready to go, so that when it's go time, you just go and everything is approved for you. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and take care. Bye bye.